When you have a show that has spawned so many popular music numbers and that has become a staple in the pop world, no matter what you want to call Porgy and Bess opera, musical, whatever, the stakes are higher when you're trying to present these pieces within the actual context. There can be people out there who don't really know the context of this wonderful piece, Summertime, or Bess, You Is My Woman Now. I mean, extracted from the opera Summertime could just mean something completely different.
I view Bess as just being someone who is broken, someone who is looking really to be accepted in Catfish Row. The way I feel about her is there's this idea of my norm, my life is this life that's filled with drugs and abuse and a lot of insecurity, not really knowing who she is and having to use her body and her looks for some type of security or validation in some way. But then when she meets this man who doesn't abuse her, he isn't a drug abuser and he actually loves her, he takes care of her. The way she sees him is, wow, in a way it's kind of like Violetta, I guess, when she says, you know, is this possible to have a real love? Like, does that actually exist? Something that is a true unconditional love. And I think that's what she's looking for.
Porgy and Bess is a huge show. It is a grand opera on an epic scale. So it requires a production that is as epic. The wonderful set designer, Michael Jurgen, has created Catfish Row. It's a set that moves and changes, and we get to see it from all different angles, which is really exciting. And we set it pretty firmly in the 1920s, 1930s. Kathy Zuber is the wonderful costume designer, and every individual in the chorus has a story. It's like their stories are told by what they wear. So it has a beautiful palette. It definitely evokes a seaside community, which it is, in Charleston, South Carolina. It's a grand, beautiful, colorful, but austere production. I would say it has a certain cinematic sweep to it, but ultimately it's an extremely theatrical production.
People always asking me, oh, is it an opera or is it a musical? It's whatever who's putting it on wants it to be. You know, I mean, after so long, a piece of art is birthed to the world, and it's a gift, and you know, people are going to interpret it in different ways.
You know, I grew up in the church. My dad was a pastor. So there are moments where I really don't feel operatic. I don't know how to really explain that. I guess like the Promised Land, just before that's really, to me, that's not about opera, it's about a feeling. And if it comes out opera, then so be it. The reason why this has managed to stay in the hearts of people all over the world for 85 years is because it does resonate with people's hearts. And it's true, like we said earlier, it's very true that the characters could be anybody from any language, any background, any country, anywhere. The story itself is really, truly universal.